And happy Earth Day. Thank you for coming out today to join us on this very special day where we're going to honor and celebrate our planet Earth and the environmental protection so much. This is a very humbling moment for us, for me personally, emotional. This is my 20th year at Who's Woods Raptor Center. I founded and directed our center in 1998. The last public release I did of a bald eagle was in 2006. It was a juvenile eagle, the first recovered and released in Rock County in 50 years. And there are benefits to social media because look at the crowd we have today. And in my 20 years, I've not had my entire family here with me to do an eagle release. So my children are here today with both my grandchildren, one on the way and one who's running around here somewhere. He's 3 years old, so thank you. Why are we doing this? This is a chance for the community to gather together, honor our Earth, for us to create awareness by releasing a bald eagle, our national symbol of freedom. This is also an opportunity that we can give to people that they'll never experience in a lifetime, especially for our young people. So what's going to happen is in a few minutes, I'm going to take out my education golden eagle, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about Canada, the bird we're going to release, and then we're going to move as a group. Our volunteers and the DNR will tell you where to go up on the hill. We're going to bring her out, and we're going to let her go. And what a great moment and fun moment this will be for everybody. For many people, the release of an eagle has a lot of meaning. It's a memory. It's honoring a loved one. Some of you come up to me already and said, I served in the military. And for me, this is very, very meaningful and a proud moment. For some of us, it's remembering a loved one or maybe moving forward. And some of you just want to see a bird fly away. So, you know. And who we are, we're Who's Woods Raptor Center. We're located near Milton. We are a nonprofit organization. I am licensed through the U.S. Fish and Wildlife and the Wisconsin DNR. I am not paid by them, folks. I do not work for the DNR. So this is DNR land. Sam Jones is here with the DNR. He was nice enough to meet me a few weeks ago and help kind of bring this together and coordinate this. But we work strictly off of donations. So we do a high volume of Raptor education programs that we charge a fee for to schools, scouts, libraries, Eagle Days, all kinds of different events. That's the way we sustain our organization. So we didn't charge a fee today, but we do ask that you consider a donation. And we have a couple people walking around with donation boxes, and we also have a table over here with some photo cards of Canada. They're just $1, some mugs and water bottles, just a couple things. And then we also have information about our education programs as well if you're interested in that. We are not open to the public. A lot of people have asked that. Are you open to the public? We do scheduled tours. We do events. On May 5th, we're going to have a photo class. We have several of those throughout the year. And this will be like a workshop with Scott Weber-Paul and Margie Doerr kind of leading the charge on that, where we take some of our birds and we put them in natural settings. And then I'm also a licensed falconer. So we do a couple flight demos too with birds as well, so you can get some nice photos. And there's a $50 fee for that. That's all tax deductible, and that information is on our website. And we are limited for the number of people that we can have. So it's filling up quickly. There's my phone again, people calling. And actually, somebody just called not long ago about a baby barred owl on the ground. I'm like, I'll call you after the program. So we'll be putting that back when we're done here. Volunteers, we are a volunteer organization. Currently, we are at our max for volunteers, but we do need help with fundraising. And if there's anybody out there who's good at woodworking, we need some assistance with that. Things that perches and whatnot. Actually, Canada is a big eagle. She's so big that she knocked down every single perch in the big eagle flight. So we do need some help with constructing some new ones of those as well. So This is our 20th year. In September, we're going to hold an anniversary event at Tallgrass Prairies outside of Milton. They've been generous enough to donate the use of their building in their beautiful land for that. Some ways you can help. We are looking for sponsors for food and beer, maybe a small, like a microbrewery to have beer samples. And being from Wisconsin, that should not be anything too hard to find, right? Here's a local brewery. We will be at the Jefferson City Hall with our Golden Eagle, Snowy Owl, and other birds on June 2nd at 11 o'clock for a 1-hour program, sponsored by the City of Jefferson, so that's free for you. And this Friday, we will be at the Fitchburg Library at 4 o'clock with the Eagle, Snowy Owl, and other birds as well. So where does your funds go? Well, we are outgrowing our building, so we're trying to raise $25,000 to put up a new education building and another 50-foot flight cage as well that we need because we are just growing. 20 years, the last 20 years, we have rehabilitated over 2,000 Raptors, giving more than half a second chance, presented 2,500 education programs, reaching over an estimated 500,000 people locally, nationally, and internationally. So I am a licensed rehabilitator, educator, a master falconer, and eagle handler. In 2015, I received an award from the Wisconsin Wildlife Federation as Wildlife Conservationist of the Year, and 3 times I have represented the United States at the World Falconry Festivals in the Middle East as well. So, thank you. And we put over 300,000 miles on our vehicles. So, why the Jefferson Marsh? Several people have asked me that too. Why did we pick this place? Look around. It's beautiful. We could have let Canada go anywhere. She's going to go where she wants. She does not have an established territory. We wanted to release her in the county where she was found, make it convenient for those who were involved in her rescue as well. There are no nesting eagles here, so she's going to have the chance to go out and hang around here if she wants and will not get harassed by a nesting pair. March is the absolute worst month to release birds because they are defending territories and nests, and a lot of birds, younger birds especially, will get attacked. Now, she's an adult bird, but it happens. They drive each other off, and they fight pretty bad. They can even fight to the death. So, will she stay here? Probably not. And we're going to talk more about that in just a few minutes. Are you able to hear me without the microphone? Yeah. Because sometimes my golden eagle wants to mess with this. He thinks he's supposed to peck at it or, I don't know, stand on it or something. You can hear him. And if you have difficulty, let me know, okay? So everybody stays back. When I take him out, children need to stay back. Don't come up, no touching, no petting. And I'll tell you all about him in just a couple of minutes here.
Thank you.
Here, so he won't. This is Wapaha. He is an 18-year-old male golden eagle. Golden eagles are the largest eagle in North America. Now, Canada is much bigger because she's a female, and there's a very, very big diversity in size in eagles. So you could put 50 male golden eagles out here, and they're all going to be a little bit different in size. But in all species of birds of prey, the female is always bigger. The male does the hunting for him, her, and their kids. And so there's a lot more smaller prey, giving him a better advantage for supporting his family. Wapaha came from another licensed falconer and educator in Washington State. He had sustained an injury to his lower spine by another eagle in the wild. So Wapaha cannot be released because he has permanent nerve damage in his lower spine. So he can fly, but he has difficulty sometimes coordinating his feet. No, he likes me. No, you don't need to come up there. He's very bonded with me, okay? So the first year of a golden eagle's life, they are almost black looking with a white band on the tail and a white patch on the either underside of the wing on the wrist. And then when they're 5 years old, 6 years old, they molt in beautiful gold feathers on the back of their head, why they're called a golden eagle. We only have 2 species of eagles in North America, the golden and the bald. And the golden eagle is typically found west of the Rocky Mountains. So if you're seeing dark eagles flying around, those are the immature bald eagles flying around. Their eyes are a beautiful amber color. They never change color like a bald eagle's eyes. They are brown when they're young, and then when they're 5 or 6, then their eyes turn yellow, and they get a white tail and a white head. This bird weighs 8 pounds. That's it.
8 pounds.
The average male golden weighs 8 to 10, so he's kind of small. The females can weigh 12 to 14, and they're very similar in size to a bald eagle, but the golden eagle is bigger. They eat mainly mammals, jackrabbits, prairie dogs. They build great big stick nests in trees and cliff ledges out west. They've never been endangered or threatened. They're found everywhere in the world except the Antarctica. So they're found in North America, South America, Africa, a lot of them over in Russia and in Europe. Yep. They have feathers all the way down to their toes because they're built for cold weather and warm weather. Where the bald eagle has a bare leg because they spend a lot of time in the water, catching fish or whatnot. Their eyesight is incredible. They can see, a rabbit 2 miles away. They can hunt efficiently from, 100 feet in the air or, a couple thousand feet in the air. They just go in a big soar. So they do not eat fish. They're completely different from bald eagles. He can live to be in captivity about 40 years old. So he's still a relatively, maybe a middle-aged eagle, I guess. His name Wapaha means feathered spear in the Lakota language because to the Native Americans, they look like a spear when they dive 175 miles an hour. They're fast. They're incredibly fast. Okay. Beautiful, isn't he? He's the only golden eagle currently in captivity at an education center in Wisconsin. They're not, like I said, they're not endangered or threatened because they've been so abundant throughout the world. They are affected by lead poisoning. Don't use lead. They will often feed on prairie dogs, jackrabbits that are shot with lead and left. People do that for target practice. And it's estimated as many as 55% of our golden eagles carry some levels of lead in them. So don't use lead. It's just not good for anything. Incredibly powerful feet. My son David was walking around earlier with a bald eagle foot. They have about 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch when they grab. So very, very powerful. Look at him, look at the sky. How many of you have seen him at the Jefferson Fair? He's been at the Jefferson Fair. He sits on a big perch for a couple of hours a day. And the most common question I get about him is he real? Because he sits well, they're so intelligent, he has all of you figured out long before you'll ever figure him out. He's getting pretty excited here, so I think we're going to put him back. Looking at the sky there. Yeah, that would be great, David. Put him back. Hello, me on? Okay. So one of the reasons I wanted to bring Wapaha here was so you could see the difference between a golden eagle and a bald eagle. Okay, now you're all experts. And you can see the difference between a bird that is trained and you're going to see a very, very wild eagle. People have asked me, well, does Canada like you? Does she want to be with you? No, she wants nothing to do with me. In fact, when I had to catch her up this morning and put her in the pet carrier, she was not real happy. So she's going to be anxious to go. She's going to want to get away from people. She's not going to come back. We have no idea where she's going to go when she flies away. We're going to ask that everybody, in just a couple minutes, but we have a couple more things to go over first. When we move over, we're going to move as a group and we'll tell you where to go and where to stand. So, Canada's story, just a minute. Canada's story started on February 20th when I received a call from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department that 2 or 3 motorists had seen her on the side of the road concerned. One lady had a blanket in her car, covered the bird. If you can walk up to a wild bird or wild animal and it doesn't get away from you or try to get away from you, something's wrong, you're not friendly. And kept her quiet and contained. And then the Jefferson County officer, Rob Hall, came to the scene and they transferred her into his squad car. So they met me at the Sheriff's Department and I knew where Canada was because when I pulled up, there were several employees standing around and some looking in the window because Canada got out of the blanket and was standing in the back of the SUV. So she was a very, very sick bird. She had been poisoned, not intentionally, but people do use poisons. They put out rodenticides. Sometimes they do really nasty things like put out fly bait with Coca-Cola to kill raccoons and coyotes. That's just not even a cool thing to do. And those animals wander off, and then the predator birds eat them, and they get very, very sick, and they often die from that. From there, I called my veterinarian, Diane Zilker, at Token Creek Vet in Sun Prairie, because we thought maybe she might have lead poisoning. Many eagles do come in with lead poisoning, but she didn't. And how did we know she was poisoned? By her symptoms. She was very, very sick the first 2 or 3 days. She just puked and puked and puked. And then her feces and urine were bright green like Easter grass for about a month, which affected her liver. She's perfectly healthy now. She's ready to go. Everything came back good. Everything's normal. We have an estimated 1,592 pairs of eagles today, a record number since DDT, in Wisconsin. We are the 3rd highest populated state for bald eagles. So take 1,592 and multiply that times 2. That's how many adults. And there's about 3 juveniles to every pair of adults. So a lot of eagles out there flying around. I want to thank the rescuers, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, our veterinarian, volunteers, board and officers, especially our volunteers today for giving up their day to be here. Why did we name her Canada? Because she's big and wild, like the country. She's likely a northern migrant. The other thing people were asking me is, well, how do you know she's a female? And I mentioned that with the golden, the females are bigger. She's a 14-pound eagle. The birds up in Canada, northern parts of Wisconsin, Alaska are generally somewhat bigger. She was not nesting because she didn't have a brood patch. A brood patch is a bare spot on their belly that incubates the eggs. All birds, female birds, get that when they they develop that when they are nesting. So she hadn't laid eggs and she wasn't about to lay eggs, so she was probably moving from one place to another. Now, eagles can move 100 to 150 miles in a day. And let me give you an example. A very good friend of mine in northwestern Iowa, Kay Newman, runs SOAR, and she is the only eagle rehabber right now for the state of Iowa. And last year she took in 47 eagles. She told me probably a third of those died of lead. But she got in an eagle that had a solar-powered transmitter on its back tagged in Oklahoma. Got in a little trouble in Iowa. She made it better, let it go, and it ended up down in Texas. So just to give you an idea, they don't stay in one spot. They have big, big territories. So we ask people to get the lead out of your tackle box and your ammunition boxes. It can take a piece of lead no bigger than a period you put at the end of the sentence to kill an eagle or a swan. So please don't use it. It's not good for anything. And what did we feed Canada? Well, we have to buy rats, mice, quail. We do get fish sometimes. It costs $10 a day for us to feed her. So she was with us for 60 days. It's $600 to feed her, that one bird. And we have other birds that we take in our center, and then our 10 education birds that are there all the time. That does not factor in overhead time, which I've never been paid my time for rehabbing these birds in 20 years. Medications and whatnot. So that's why, you know, we reach out and ask the public to help us with donations. That really, really helps. So now the moment you've all been waiting for, especially Canada. What we're going to do is, Sam, maybe you can kind of lead anybody. Did you want to say a few words about the Marsh or anything?
No, I think you did well.
Okay. I just don't want to slight anybody here. We're going to have everybody move up the hill in an orderly fashion, and our volunteers have these nice little name badges on. Tell you where you can stand. We do have some press and a couple people that are here with me today that I'm going to be taking pictures for me. My son, David, and Scott Weber-Paul are going to help me bring Canada out. So we're going to have you position up on the hill behind the ropes. Let's let the children kind of go in front, okay, so they can make sure that they can see and not behind any adults. Probably.